Oh, that's the only delivery that'll survive. The perfect Yorker, but Glenn Phillips, well, races back. Another brace.
Yeah, his previous highest was against England, 72. He has passed that. This is his highest score in ODIs, 74, and is unbeaten. Still got 17 deliveries. Beg your pardon, 13, my mathematics. I'm sorry.
This all happened. It only 6 deliveries ago when we saw that graphic where he just reached 50 and suddenly he's on to 74. This time through the offside. He'll keep strike, get the single. Another very productive over. 17 off the 48. 288 for 6. Highest score in ODI cricket and has come quickly. He's just motoring along. First 40 deliveries, just 28 runs, but next 24, Phillips has produced 47. Naseem Shah. Slower bouncer is one, misses it, and this will go to the fence. Runs racking up.
They need boundaries. Don't care how they come. Getting his side to the safety zone, Glenn Phillips. What a timely innings from him. Has timed the ball perfectly throughout the innings. His approach was also very good to be lauded.
I needed time up front to just get to the pace of the pitch and how the pitch was playing, but after that, once he started to launch, he's not looked back. He's still got 11 deliveries. What can he produce here? Now it's Naseem Shah. Into the leg side, just a single. That mid-wicket placed exactly for that.
This Kiwi side is very competitive. Bat deep. And what a time to make his mark when his team needed the most. He came to the fore. Glenn Phillips saddling the Pakistani captain with a lot of worries. Glenn Phillips.
Now Naseem Shah round the wicket to Satna. Protection in front of the wicket, nothing behind the wicket. Slower into the pitch, cut away and cut away very well. Back cut it almost to the fence.
First 3 deliveries faced by Satna, the captain. He was looking to give strike to his partner, senior partner Glenn Phillips, but this time around seized on the opportunity to find a boundary. Another good over so far for the Kiwis. 9 already from first 3 deliveries. Pressure on the bowler.
Where does Naseem Shah go now? Turned away again, misses out. Disappointed is Satna because he only had to beat Shaheen Shah Afridi. That short fine.
But you have to give it to the captain. He has placed that fielder perfectly. Teamwork has been shown. This is going to sting the bowling hand of Shaheen Shah Afridi.
A little flick down to short fine. Again, the opportunity for a boundary missed. Shaheen Shah Afridi, he's got struck on the finger. Oh! That sounded magnificent, and it is magnificent.
He was looking to give himself a bit of room to hit the ball through covers. Shaheen Shah, I beg your pardon, Naseem Shah followed him, but he was ready for the second option. Flicked the ball into the air. Went a long way for a 6 to bring 300 runs on the board. 16 of the over.
Glenn Phillips, 5 sixes in his innings, 12 overall. The umpire is just jogging in, Rashid Riaz, with a few more balls because that one's been lost. Plenty of fans. It's been Gaddafi Stadium, the reinvented Gaddafi Stadium, and everybody's come out in numbers to watch this very first game. Tri-Series is back, the fans are back, Gaddafi Stadium is lit. Slow bounce up, pulled away, chance, no! Maybe a chance where Brar just stuttered at that deep fine leg, a single, and the end of the over. 305 for 6. Lots of big buildings after that 40th over. 98 runs in these 9 overs. Last over now off the innings. Shaheen Shah Afridi. Phillips, oh, that's wide. Trying to hide it outside off stump. Overdid it. Slow bounce up, pulled away. Chance, no! Maybe a chance where Brar just stuttered at that deep fine leg, a single, and the end of the over. 305 for 6. Lots of big buildings after that 40th over. 98 runs in these 9 overs. Last over now off the innings. Shaheen Shah Afridi. Phillips, oh, that's wide. Trying to hide it outside off stump. Overdid it.
Yeah, the penultimate over yielded 17 runs for the Kiwis. They would like to finish off in a strong fashion. That was way wide. Should it be called a no ball?
That's what Michael Gough was checking. And then decided, no, it's fine, still on the strip. And this is where Shaheen Shah Afridi will try and bowl. Given another wide, that's slightly tough. Because he wants that wide Yorker. It's almost perfect, this one. It's inside those guidelines. Oof, just on the line. But they're only a guide. Michael Goff thinking, well, yeah, that's too wide.
It seems like a ploy because a backward point, D point, has been placed.
Tries that reverse sweep again, and this time it goes for 4. He's bringing out all his skill, is Glenn Phillips.
Oh, definitely. Very skillful. The idea was right. And then the full toss. Managed it quite well. Managed to hit it into the gap for yet another boundary. 87 is at Glenn Phillips.
This time down the ground, that is massive, maximum.
Well, he's playing with Shaheen Shah Afridi, isn't he? He was looking to bowl outside the off stump. He realized, played that reverse ramp shot. Got a boundary and then forced Shaheen Shah Afridi to change the line and also the length. And Glenn Phillips was ready for it. Only 7 away from his first 100 in international cricket, Glenn Phillips.
Over the stumps. Slower into the pitch, doesn't matter. That has sailed away into the crowd. Glenn Phillips with his 8-6.
Oh, he's so well set out there in the middle. He's sighting the ball big. Nowhere to run for the bowlers at the moment. Wasn't a bad delivery, but got himself into a perfect position to launch. Consecutive 6s for Glenn Phillips, only a run away from his maiden ODI 100.
Into the offside. He wants to raise his back and gets to his 100. His first 100 in ODI cricket. What an innings this has been. Destructive. 72 balls only.
Oh, he's going to cherish this for a long time. His side was in trouble when he arrived at the crease, featured in a partnership with his senior partner, Daryl Mitchell. And once he was removed, took things in his hands. And how well he has responded to the situation. Not only getting his team out of trouble, but getting them in the front seat with that effort of his. Has to be said, a stellar effort from Glenn Phillips.
Gone. That has gone through the field for 4. Hit so hard. South Shakil did dive, but another boundary in this over. 24. Still a delivery remains.
He's unstoppable. He's like a runaway train. He's tried so many things in this over, Shaheen Shah Afridi, but no joy. Again, the timing was superb and the placement.
Last delivery of the 50 overs. 329. New Zealand. Glenn Phillips once again lines up Shaheen Shah Afridi. Does well The Shine Shafridi just concedes a single, but the last over going for 25. Glenn Phillips, 106 of 74. He's lit up Gaddafi Stadium. The last 10 overs going for 123. New Zealand have posted 330. And what a superb knock we've just witnessed. Glenn Phillips with the highest quality of hitting and the highest batsmanship you will watch in ODI cricket.
And for aspiring budding batters, that was a perfect innings. He showed a solid defensive technique at the start of the innings, and then the moment he started to sight the ball big, what ball striking we have witnessed. Everything from the middle of the bat. Plenty to think for the Pakistani batters.
Yeah, massive from New Zealand. 84 of the last 5, courtesy Glenn Phillips. Ball striking of the highest order. And that has meant that New Zealand have posted an imposing 330. And at one stage you were thinking maybe 275, maybe 280. If they go well, maybe 290. But Glenn Phillips has turned it on big time. Shine Shafridi going for 88 in his 10. When you look at the batting unit, Young fell early, Ravinder 25, Williamson 58. Mitchell was looking really good, 81, soft dismissal of him, but the star of the show, 74 deliveries, 106 not out, 6 fours and 7 sixes and a strike rate of 143.
Yeah, no matter what format you are featuring in, you need partnerships to get a decent total on the board. Few good partnerships enable them to put imposing total on the board. 330 from 50 overs.
Shine Shafridi going for 88. Naseem Shah 70. Abrar 2 for 41, probably the best of the lot, but at the end everybody suffered in that massive attack from the New Zealand batters, especially Glenn Phillips. 330 for 6.
Yeah, it was a setback, wasn't it? Haris Rauf getting injured, wasn't available after 6 overs. And from there, things started to happen.
Take a little break, and on the other side we'll have the chase. Pakistan 8, 331.
Yeah.
हाँ ठीक है यार खुद दे दे यार क्या हो गया इसे
Today we have gathered here to honor two outstanding servants of Pakistan cricket, Mr. Inzamam ul Haq and Mr. Misbah ul Haq, who will be formally inducted into the PCB Hall of Fame by Chairman Mr. Mohsin Naqvi. The two cricketers were selected by an independent panel comprising PCB Hall of Famers, former men's and women's captains, and respected members of the media. Along with Inzamam and Misbah, Mushtaq Mohammed and Said Anwar were also elected in the 2024 PCB Hall of Fame, and their inductions will take place in due course. Inzamam ul Haq finished his 18-year career with more than 20,000 international runs, with 35 centuries. We still remember Inzi's 60 from 37 balls in the 92 World Cup semi-final, and also his 42 of 35 in the 1992 final. Also, Inzamam scored 184 against India in Bengaluru 2005, making him the one of only 10 players to have marked their 100 test match with a century. He also scored 329 on this very ground. Of Inzamam's 25 test centuries, 17 were in winning causes. 7 of his 10 ODI centuries earned Pakistan victories. Inzamam was the top of ICC batting rankings for a total of 79 days, covering 1995 and 97. Misbah ul Haq, he was the most successful Pakistan captain with 26 wins in 56 test matches. Misbah played in 3 ICC T20 World Cup tournaments, helping Pakistan reach the final in 2007 and winning the competition in England in 2009. Misbah's 21-ball, 24-minute half-century against Australia in Abu Dhabi in 2014 is the fastest in Test history in terms of balls faced and minutes batted. He went on to score a century of just 56 balls, equaling the record at the time, and still is the joint second fastest in Test history. Misbah played in 15 World Cup matches in 2011 and 2015 competitions, scoring 7 half-centuries. The only player to score 3 99s in Test cricket. He's happy with that. Now I would request PCB Chairman Mr. Mohsin Naqvi to please have a few words.
Congratulations, Misbah and Inzamam. I think both of you have done an amazing job, and you are a legend. You are both asset for this country, and I'm thankful to Misbah and Inzamam that you are playing your role still in cricket, helping out PCB and our young cricketers. Once again, congratulations and best of luck.
Thank you, Mr. Naqvi. I will now request you to please present the specially designed plaque to Inzamam ul Haq and his cap, which features his test number 124. Misbah ul Haq with the plaque as well. This is a huge moment with the Hall of Fame history. Now, Mr. Naqvi, please would you present the plaque to Misbah ul Haq and his captain, which features his test number 166. Thank you, Mr. Naqvi. Inzi bhai, we would request you to say a few words.
जी बिस्मिल्लाहिर्रहमानिर्रहीम
आज मैं ज़रूर थोड़ी सी अपने जज्बात को ज़रूर करूँगा, लेकिन उससे पहले ये नया कज़ाफ़ी स्टेडियम देख के बहुत ज़्यादा खुशी हो रही है। वो इसलिए कि मैंने अपना कैरियर भी यहीं शुरू किया था। पहला इंटरनेशनल जो सा मैच है वो मैंने कज़ाफ़ी स्टेडियम में खेला था, और लास्ट भी अपना मैच कज़ाफ़ी स्टेडियम में खेला था। तो आज मुझे यहाँ ये अवार्ड भी यहीं मिल रहा है, और यहाँ मैंने अपने टेस्ट मैच की, ये ग्राउंड मेरे लिए यादगार है कि जी मैंने यहाँ 329 रन्स भी इसी ग्राउंड में किए थे। ये मेरे लिए बहुत यादगार है। तो मैं अपने पीसीबी का, टाइम ज़्यादा नहीं है, मैं अपने पीसीबी का सारों का शुक्रिया अदा करता हूँ जिन्होंने हमारी थ्रू आउट हेल्प की है, और चेयरमैन साहब का बहुत शुक्रिया अदा करता हूँ कि जिन्होंने मुझे इस काबिल समझा कि जी ये आला अवार्ड दिया, और कमेटी का शुक्रिया अदा करता हूँ। सो इंशाल्लाह जिस तरह इस ग्राउंड बेहतरीन हुआ है, इंशाल्लाह आप देखेंगे हमारी क्रिकेट भी इसी तरह बेहतर होगी। बहुत मेहरबानी। अस्सलाम वालेकुम।
Thank you very much, Inzi Bhai. Now, obviously, Ms. Paul Haq, we'd like to request you to say a few words, please.
बिस्मिल्लाहिर्रहमानिर्रहीम। सबसे पहले तो अल्लाह का शुक्र है कि जिसने इतनी इज़्ज़त दी है, और ज़िंदगी में आपको, आपका एक ख्वाब होता है कि आपको रिकग्नाइज़ करें लोग। थैंक यू पीसीबी, थैंक यू मोहसिन नकवी साहब, आपका बहुत शुक्रिया कि आपने हमें इज़्ज़त बख्शी, और आपको बहुत बहुत मुबारक, और सारे पाकिस्तान को बहुत बहुत मुबारक। कल भी मैं यहाँ पे आया था, स्टेडियम की इनॉग्रेशन थी, और मज़ा आ गया यहाँ पे आके देख के जिस तरीके से ये स्टेडियम अब लुक दे रहा है। और मैं कभी वैसे स्टेडियम में मैच देखने नहीं आया, लेकिन यकीन करें इतना मज़ा आ रहा है कि दिल कर रहा है कि हर मैच देखें। सो थैंक यू वेरी मच। और मैं ज़रूर इस मौके पे शुक्रिया अदा करूँगा उन सब लोगों का जो हमारे कोचेज़ रहे हैं, हमारे कुलीग्स रहे हैं, जिन्होंने हमें सपोर्ट किया, हमारे पेरेंट्स, और स्पेशली हमारी फैमिलीज़। मेरी फैमिली यहाँ पे है, बेटा नहीं है, बीवी है, बेटी है, बट इन्होंने बहुत कुर्बानियाँ दी हैं हमारे लिए, इनसे हम दूर रहें। थैंक यू वेरी मच फॉर योर सपोर्ट। और हमारे घर वाले, हमारी माएँ जिन्होंने हमेशा दुआ की है, थैंक यू। और सबसे इम्पोर्टेंट फैंस जहाँ पे हैं थ्रू आउट द कैरियर, जिन्होंने हमें सपोर्ट किया, थैंक यू वेरी मच। थैंक यू पीसीबी।
Thank you, Ms. Paul Haq. Thank you, Inzamamul Haq. And thank you very much, Mr. Mohsin Naqvi, for your time. Best wishes to the inductees.
Thank you for your attendance. I would like to invite the DJ to play the track. Here we go. What's it? You can see the champions crossing through the line Sunday. Questo che dico io, e via la conversazione, poi già
Hello and welcome back to the Vigotel presents Allied Bank Tri-Nation Series. Pakistan versus New Zealand, the first game here at the Gaddafi Stadium, and what a total has New Zealand put up, a mammoth 330 for 6 in their 50 overs, with Phillips getting his first ODI 100. Well, they've got the momentum on their side. They've scored 84 in the last 5, 123 in the last 10. And what an expensive over that was, the last one. 25 runnings coming off it. So Pakistan fast bowlers especially were taken to the cleaners. Now it's time for them to defend this. Vern Philander alongside me. It's been impressive how they've actually finished off, especially in those last 5.
Yeah, good evening, Sikandar. Good evening to all our viewers back. There has been some scintillating hitting by Phillips. But let's not forget the work that Mitchell has done in setting up the innings for New Zealand. I said it a little earlier in the pitch report that this is a bowler's nightmare. Surface looked like it's coming on a lot better under lights. And as much as they got the score on the board, they will have their work cut out with ball in hand. But it was all about this man. It took a while to get going, but once he got going, he is one of the cleanest ball strikers in world cricket going around at the moment. It makes 60-thing look so easy. The last 5 overs, he took a real liking to the seam attack of the Pakistan outfit. Saeed Afridi took to the short of Glenn Phillips. 106 of just 74 deliveries meant that he put his team in a commanding position at the halfway stage of this first ODI between Pakistan and New Zealand. Oh, there's a look at his wagon wheel. 6s galore, and he gets them all around the park. 7 maximums in that innings of 106 from Glenn Phillips this evening.
There you go, Glenn Phillips, top scorers in ODIs, and here he is, 106 not out today versus Pakistan. His previous best was 72 at the Oval. So it just tells you modern day cricket in ODIs, the sides that know how to go about those 50 overs, exactly target those last 10 overs. They set up a nice strong foundation and then they launch themselves. Fakhar Zaman making a comeback into the Pakistan 11 for the ODIs. He's the man who they'll be looking at to give them a brisk start. With him, the ever flexible Babar Azam, who's shifted his numbers, and the question that was being asked, who will open for Pakistan in the absence of Saim Ayub? Well, Babar Azam is the answer with those great numbers. An average of 56. Look at those 50s and hundreds in the format. And he's just recently not been in great touch, but batters of his caliber, they need one outing.
Yeah, the GOAT, Babar Azam. You talk about not having great numbers. I tell you what, I'll take them any day, Sikandar. To open the bowling for New Zealand, it will be Matt Henry, entrusted with his new ball. 150 wickets at a touch under 25 and a half apiece. 2 fifers, best of 5 for 30. Yeah, I think this power play will be key for either team. Of course, Pakistan will have to get off to a good start with bat in hand. And New Zealand might just eye it as a window of opportunity to have a couple of early strikes and to really put him behind the 8 ball. Well, during the interval, a couple of players being inducted into the Pakistan Cricket Board Hall of Fame. And there's 2 legendary figures, Inzamam ul Haq and Misbah ul Haq. Brilliant servants of the game. And that is a wonderful recognition by the PCB chairman.
Yeah, they walked around the Gaddafi Stadium. His last game in Inzamam ul Haq was at this ground. 2 legends of the game, of course, 2 captains across formats. They made a name for themselves, and this was during the innings break, holding the ICC Champions Trophy for this year in their hands as Pakistan is the host. Great moment, and all due to their achievement for the country. Time for us to now focus on this chase. 331 to win. And the kind of surface that's out there, I'm pretty sure if you get yourself in, you've got runs against your name pretty much waiting for you. The 2 new balls. Henry's not going to make it any easier. He's quick. He's accurate, he's got all the experience, and he's all set to bowl over the wicket to the left-handed Fakhar Zaman with a slip in position.
Yeah, a bit of movement straight away for Henry. Maybe a bit too much with his new ball. Starting off with a wide, but like you said, the importance for Pakistan is to get 2 batters in. It certainly strikes me as a surface that once you're in, you're not going to stop or contain any batters with ball in hand from a bowler's perspective. So the start will be key. Yeah, New Zealand winning the toss, electing to bat. Well, they find it going tough at the top, but Williamson, Mitchell, Phillips. No! Those were the names that had other ideas on the surface this afternoon for New Zealand and propelled New Zealand to a magnificent score of 330 for 6. Well, if you watch the game, the first 40 overs, one would never say they'll get to 300. But an excellent acceleration from Phillips towards the back meant that his team is in a commanding position at the halfway stage of this game.
Yeah, you feel it's going pitching outside leg. Also the height maybe, as Vernon suggests. Now, can he convince his captain?
Yeah, he has the wonderful ability of swinging the ball back at the left-hander, and the consultation would be height. Yes, he sent it upstairs.
TV umpire to director, we have a player review for LBW. Original on-field decision is not out. Check the feet placement, and it's a fair delivery. Can I have a look at front on, please? Okay, just rock that back. Okay, passes close to the inside edge. Can we have a look at ultra edge, please? Okay, we've got a clear gap between bat and ball, all the way through into the pad. Okay, let's have a look at ball tracking when ready, please. Okay, pitching outside leg. We'll go back to Michael on field to stay with his original decision of not out. You're on screen now, Michael, please signal.
Never heard a louder roar on a ball that pitches outside leg. But New Zealand have lost a review here. Fakhar Zaman stays, the ball is pitched outside leg, so everything else becomes irrelevant.
Yeah, I have to say, excellent umpiring. The umpiring has been brilliant throughout this game so far. Michael Goff getting it right on this occasion.
Well, meanwhile, just to take you back in how we spoke about Mitchell and having a very good record against Pakistan, Fakhar Zaman has a very good record against New Zealand. You remember that last outing on this rain-reduced game against New Zealand in the World Cup in Bangalore? He smashed the living daylights out of the bowlers. I mean, he's played 17 innings and he's scored almost 1,000 runs in that, 959. He's got an average of 68.5 against New Zealand. Fakhar Zaman, the only thing to look out for, and something that New Zealand bowlers would like to cash out on, is his return. He's been away from this 11 for a bit, so just not to allow him to get his eye in. Once he does, then it's bang, bang, bang.
Yeah, I think as players, you do have those reference points which you just mentioned. If you've done well against a certain team, every now and again, all you need is that team back to get the confidence going. Yeah, that's a dangerous shot to be playing at the top of the order. But he's a dangerous player, Fakhar Zaman. Once he gets going, he's certainly a player that can take the game away from you. And Pakistan will be hopeful that he can get in this evening. We have another look at the LBW appeal. Sikandar, he called it from on top here. Pitch outside leg. Review lost for New Zealand. Yeah, I told you so, the captain say.
Runs off the bat. Fakhar gets off the mark. And Pakistan move to 2, brings in Babar Azam on strike.
Yeah, there's a massive cheer around the ground for Babar Azam. Oh, I want to pick your brain a little later, because there's a little incident that happened to Babar Azam recently. But hopefully he can get his mind off that and focus on the cricket at hand, because there's a massive responsibility weighing on his shoulders. But with all great players comes the way of expectation.
Done with the first over, 2 for no loss.
Yeah, we talk about reference points. Pakistan versus Australia, 349 being the highest run chase at this venue. And one of those players are finding himself at the crease, having scored 100 in that fixture, Babar Azam. So he'll feel that if he can get in this evening, that he can really bet and get the others to go alongside him. Woollerog, he'll be taking the new ball for New Zealand this evening.
Yeah, 349 where Babar scored 100. That's that last delivery. But Babar is opening for Pakistan after a decade in ODIs. 2015 was the last time he opened for Pakistan. It's not that many games he's opened. I think 3, right? 3. This is the 3rd time he's opening. That's a completely separate thing that he's come at number 3 in the first over.
Yeah, and I like the idea, given the conditions as well. If you say you're playing in South Africa, New Zealand, Australia, where the ball's moving around, and you could lose a wicket early on, it would perhaps be a little bit of a danger for him to open the batting. But given conditions in the subcontinent, I think it's a wonderful position. You want your best players to be facing the bulk of the balls, and why not get him in early? Because we all know he's a classy player. Yeah. That graphic suggests that number 3 is his position.
I just saw the graphic. There's nothing at 1 and 2. This is a building missing there.
Yeah, I know what you're getting at, but that graphic suggests his career record over various different conditions. Dangerous run. Had he hit, I think he was gone for all money. Yeah, and that's why Mitchell Setner got so excited. He knew it. He knew it as a batter. You knew in the back of your mind that you haven't covered the ground.
Shot. That's Babar Azam for you. As a work of art, the man, when he plays that cover drive or square drive, just looks absolutely amazing.
And this is why I'm such a massive fan of sending him up the order, especially in these kind of conditions, because he plays shots like this. The class of Babar Azam in full command of that drive shot. He even had time to open up the blade to get that gap that he was after, just in front of point.
Yeah, coming back to the highest successful chases, and you talk about big numbers being chased down, it's not an everyday feature. And we're just looking at that. If you notice the year, 2022 was the last time, 349, 24 years later. Back in 1998, 316 was chased. This is all about Gaddafi Stadium, by the way, on this ground. So it has to happen. It's going to be a special occasion. And the advantage a side has while chasing is they can work it out how they want to chase it in 50 overs. Not necessary that they'll have to go all guns blazing in the last 10. 2 gone, 7 for Lolos.
Yeah, fantastic reference points for Pakistan. The latest, 349 in the year 2022, so not too far along from now. But Sikandar, I want to pick your brain on a little incident happened to Baba Azam recently. He's lost his phone. He's reached out to all his ex-fans that he'll get back to them as soon as possible. Now, if you are on the other side of this listening to us, we'd like you to return that phone to Baba Azam before the Champions Trophy, please.
Well, he'll get back to his fans, or someone else is already getting back to his fans on his behalf.
Yeah, it's a horrible feeling, let alone being an international superstar at this level. To lose your phone and to lose all your contacts. But we wish him all in the recovery of either his phone.
I wouldn't be worried about my contacts if I lose my phone. There are other things to worry about.
What you're trying to say is that there were some of them that you were long trying to get rid of anyway.
Well, it's really, even if you forget your phone at home, you feel like your arm is chopped off. It's become a part of your body. It's an extension of your arm. Now, we've been talking about Fakhar Zaman here, Vernon, and we talk about how dangerous he is and what he can do, how he likes playing against New Zealand. He's also a part of another list of some very able batters, and that is about getting to 3,000 plus runs in ODIs with an average of 45 plus and a strike rate of 90 plus, and he's one of them, along with the likes of Rohit Sharma, David Warner, Quinton de Kock and Shane Watson. I'm talking about the openers, look at that. He's very strong in that zone. A little width provided to him and he'll offer that horizontal bat and he'll smash it through.
And this is what makes him such a dangerous player at the top of the order. Because as a bowler, if you're going to offer up any whiff, you know what's coming. He's trying to go across him, Matt Henry, but that's too much whiff, and he's a strong fella. He powered that through that offside region. Like you said, he has the habit of scoring big once he gets going. And very often the game requires to be a little bit patient with these kind of guys. They play an expensive brand of cricket. And from time to time, you are going to go through a bit of a dip. But he's certainly a match winner at the top of the order for Pakistan. I remember a game in the Wanderers in South Africa where he took the sword to the South Africans and almost played a lone hand. Well, there's the openers with 3,000 plus runs and an average of 45 and a strike rate of 90. Fakhar Zaman, 81 innings, 3,000. He's nearing 3,500 runs with an average of 46.5. But look at that strike rate, 93. He's a dangerous player. I'm going to say it again. He's going to win you more games than not.
You see, look at the two batters, Fakhar Zaman and Babar Azam, how different they are in their own approaches. I mean, Babar is very textbook, caresses everything, and he's brute force, smashes everything, and works for him. Yeah, that list again of openers with 3,000 plus runs, and to be part of that list is pretty cool.
Yeah, you talk about the contrast in approach from these two batters. But this is the beauty of this format, isn't it? Baba, in many ways, an accumulator. Whereas Fakhar is more a go-getter. And you need to find a balance, even in partnerships. So, as much as Fakhar is going to go after it, you need a solid stature of a Babar Azam to really cement the innings and almost give the bowlers no hope of getting him out. And that's how you complement each other in a partnership as well from a batting perspective.
Nicely done. Wrist work there. Should be a boundary to end the over. Fakhar Zaman gets 4. Pakistan moved to 17 for no loss. Good shot to find a fielder.
Yeah, it's so tough as a bowler because if you're in line, you're going to fetch. If you bowl too straight, you're going to fetch. Margin for error minimal on this surface. Excellent from Fakhar Zaman, taking full advantage on a straight delivery from Matt Henry on that occasion.
Some bounce, some room, and just got Babar Azam interested there. Yeah, you look at Fakhar Zaman's shot, that particular shot is very unlike him. Wristy, and worked it nicely from in front of the stumps. He always comes along across as a batter who eliminates the conditions and then just relies on good hand-eye coordination and just smashes everything. Calls for 2. Will he come back? No. It was Fakhar Zaman who's not interested, and rightly so.
Yeah, we talk about finding a balance in your game, and I wonder if Fakhar Zaman has perhaps gone away, especially after being left out, and said to himself, you know what, I need to approach this a little differently, because he's a massive or big boundary hitter in the power play. So he might have said to himself, I might have to work on my rotational game in the power play as well.
It's almost dinner time. Your official food partner, Kentucky Fried Chicken, is part of this.
Yeah, it's a change of approach by Will O'Rourke. Last delivery coming around the wicket to Fakhar Zaman. Just tucked around the corner for a single. And it's so important. We talk about momentum in a partnership, but rotation and just get off strike is of paramount importance as well. Sometimes when you get into that boundary mode, you hit fielders and you just don't get off strike. So to find a balance between attack and rotation is vitally important, especially at the top of the order, because you can get into a rhythm where you just hit fielders all the time. And that leads to a frustration building up in yourself as well as your partner on the other side. And I think we've seen a little bit of that earlier when New Zealand were batting. They couldn't pierce the field, but they kept on going with hard hands. And then they lost 2 quick wickets in succession because of that. Yeah, this is a rogue around the wicket a little with the previous over. But look at his speeds. First one 131, then he cranked it up to 142. So he certainly has the ability to crank it up. Yeah, he's got a wonderful action and he's got good balance and control at the crease, but as a batter, you don't mind the ball coming onto you at this surface.
Good connection for nothing. It's 20 for no loss after 4.
Yeah, a little earlier, New Zealand winning the toss, 330, that's what they got to. An excellent innings from Phillips. Well, it was really built on the foundation that Williamson and Mitchell has created. Zain Afridi, he took some tapping in his last 2 overs, 3 for 88. O'Brien has been magnificent, 2 for 41. Harris Rauf, 1 for 23, and then leaving the ground with an injury. And in pursuit, Pakistan 20 for none after 4 overs. Needing a further 311 of 46 overs. Yeah, and I get the feeling that the change of angle is to cram him up. They feel by operating over the wicket, they could go across him and opening up and gave him some width. In this occasion, back into him. You can see how he's trying to generate his own width. Fakhar Zaman. Also changing the field. Fine leg is deep fine leg is up. Square leg is back for that particular ball, but he's hit it so well in front of square. He's going to pick up a couple. He wanted it, but Baba Azam decided against it.
Yes, very tough, isn't it? Curb your natural desire of going after the batting. Though you're coming back after a bit of a break as a batter, you want to set yourself in. But Fakhar is someone who probably feels that he's in as soon as he gets some runs against his name, and that's probably true. It's just about understanding your roles. Babar will look to bat long, Fakhar will look to give them a brisk start, maybe stay there with 10-15 overs and get a quick fire, maybe look to get to 100 in terms of a team score, somewhere around 15th over or something. Just go session wise in power plays. The only thing is the 2 openers right now are both searching for runs. One has just come out of the test series, a tough test series with tough conditions, favouring spin bowling, and he's been away due to injury. So both of them trying to find their bearings.
And I think you look at the 2 different caliber of players at hand here. Fakhar Zaman is certainly going to be that player that's going to try and maximize the power plays. Whilst there's only 2 fielders out, he's going to come after the bowling. And you want to allow and afford a player like that to really maximize his ability in the power play. Baba Azam, yeah, he's class. He's going to look to rotate, strike, and he's going to be that player to play that long innings for you. And it's about complementing each other. It's about finding one another. There is one thing that you can't substitute, and that is form. No matter the format, as a player, you know exactly when you are a little bit off your peak. And you get a feeling that both these players, like you say, they're just searching a little bit. You play differently when you're not searching, when you know you're on top of your game, because then you trust your ability and your capabilities. Yeah, it's an excellent over for New Zealand. 21 for none after 5.